One more song, we're going to take a break. Keep the same thing.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me all right in the back? Good. Okay. First of all, we want to thank everyone for coming out and visiting with us tonight. It's been quite a blessing to have everyone show up. Rob and Maria will certainly appreciate all of you coming out. So I want to thank you very, very much. I had the pleasure of introducing someone. It's been quite the ride. I got to know Rob about 30-some years ago. We went to work together. Steve Wigg and I and Rob were all at the place together, and it was so much fun. And Rob bought his place, and he went to the Spotlight, and then he was a customer of ours for quite a while. And I finally talked him into coming to work for us. The thing that made me nervous was that I had a bracket on all of his items, and when he saw that, I thought, oh no, he's going to kill me, but he was okay with that. So, but it's been quite the pleasure to spend some time with them. A couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, when Maria got her diagnosis, we were able to go over and see her and talk with them, and it was pretty special, I have to admit. Kind of the only request was that we asked, what can we do? What do you need us to do? And she said, maybe just a little trip with my family would be an awesome thing. And I thought, okay, that's a great idea. And then I called Sid and Brian and Bill, and I'm like, we have a great idea. And they go, dude, this thing is already rocking. We got this thing set. We're doing a fundraiser. And I was like, oh my goodness, they were like way ahead of what we were thinking about doing. So, but Rob and his son Patrick, wife Bridget, Christine, super people and so much fun. Patrick and Rob both Eagle Scouts, and just been quite the honor to have them. I wish I could explain all of it. Maybe I'll have them do it, but you know, his new wife Bridget, a little over a year, getting ready to get her doctorate degree. And Patrick is like ready right behind hers to get his. So can you imagine like a couple of doctors sitting out talking dinner and they, what'd you talk about? It's like, it's so fun. I think that today we had the opportunity to have Rob come over and spend some time with Bill and Eileen and us, and it was just so nice to hear about the progress of how Maria's doing. But I'm going to let Patrick come up and kind of give you guys a little overview of what's going on and what's happening. But my heart just can't thank everyone enough. Behind the scenes, I mean to have customers here, to have all of our broker community here, it's just incredible. It's totally mind-boggling, and everyone's done so much work to make this thing happen today. It's just been quite the blessing for all of us. So, Patrick, microphone is yours.
Hello, everybody. I just have some words to share from my dad today. We as a family would like to thank everyone for their overwhelming support as we take this new journey. While Maria's prognosis has not changed, she is feeling significantly better physically and mentally than she did a month ago. We could attribute that change. Okay. We can attribute that change in her treatment, but I also believe it is a faithful change in her attitude. I use the word faith because we believe that God has a purpose and a direction for all of us. We also cannot deny the collective love we have felt from all of you here this evening, as well as those not in attendance. The cards, letters, prayers, kind thoughts, money, and food have been unbelievable, but please, no more food. Maria does not consume much, and I'm starting to gain more weight than I normally do this time of year. It's generally appreciated, and I don't mind leftovers, but you can only eat so much casserole in 1 week. A month ago, we were measuring Maria's time by the day, but now we can see a future with her months ahead, and that is truly a blessing. Again, while we could attribute that future to modern medicine, and while we may or may not use in the future, Maria even talked about purchasing a wig, which is a huge leap for her from where she was mentally a month ago. I work with remarkable people in an unbelievably supportive industry, and have friends and family that cross personal and professional lives, and I wouldn't have it any other way. While Maria and I are not in attendance this evening, please know that our hearts are with all of you this evening, and we look forward to paying this kindness forward someday. God bless all of you.
Okay, there's a ton of thanks that we have to offer to several people that are in this room and a lot of people that aren't even here tonight. When we first heard of Maria's diagnosis, and as Galen said, we knew what Maria's wish was. We wanted to make sure that we at least fulfilled that. So when we started this journey of this benefit, we never in our wildest imagination would have thought we would have the turnout and support that we have had from several divisions around our company. And we are extremely blessed to be working for such a great company and so many great friends. We consider Rob really our brother, and we always will, as probably all of you do. But we do want to give some special thanks to several people behind the scenes. First and foremost, we want to thank Chef Dean and Carmichael's. When we first started organizing this event, we weren't really quite sure where we wanted to have it. We didn't know. It was a nice central location. And Brian knew immediately to have it here because he knew Dean would agree. He's just awesome. He's been very accommodating to us. Everything we have asked for, he's been more than happy to come and help us out. We wanted to do some plastic table covers to look up amazing. Dean says, no, we're going to do cloth tablecloths. Okay, so we're going to do that. Dean also organized a lot of our silent auction items here with some of the several connections that he's got. And there's some really neat sports memorabilia up here. And we can see there's some people that are already bidding on it. Next, we also want to thank Michaels and Associates. We've got Chef Kevin Vandermeer and Bob James here. And we reached out to several vendors and brokers, and they all donated all of the food that we have today. But Kevin went way above and beyond, of course, and he said, well, I'm going to pull my trailer and we're going to smoke some pork. And I don't know if you guys tried that pork yet, but it's absolutely phenomenal. And then Kevin drove all the way from Michigan with his family here and has been in that kitchen since 10 this morning. And Bob Jans joined us as well and pitched in to help out. Chef Matt Delacqua from Limson, Davis Creek. And it was a great pressure relief for me because, between me and Brian and all the work that's been going on, to just say, you know what, you guys take care of the food, please leave me alone. It's been unbelievable. I haven't had to do nothing back there, so hats off to all those guys and all the volunteers that help keep the table up and keep the food supplied, so hopefully y'all got enough to eat. Who else am I forgetting? Absolutely. Brian sent me an email a couple of weeks Lisa when he says, Bill, there's a lot going on. We need to get Sid involved because she's very organized. And love Sid to death. And every time my phone, I would look at it, she would call me, oh my God, what does she want now? But she's so detailed, and thank God, because a lot of the stuff that you see on this table has been organized by Sid. Her and her husband are keeping up on the food. So we really thank you both for being here and being so organized. And I do want to thank Ted Wilcox and Dan Gagline. They both have put a lot of money towards a lot of the supplies that we had to purchase, which was going to help with the money we took in. And they were very, very generous. And I do thank both of them for all that they did to provide us that money. So thank you.
Just real quick, a couple things too, is how this all came about. We were at a barbecue cook-off about 2 months ago. And I thought it was just something on a Saturday to drink beer and eat barbecue. Well, we're sitting there, and first, Bill said, first prize is $500. I said, $500? What are we going to do with that money if we win? Not thinking we'd ever win. He goes, well, we're going to give it to Rob. And I said, yes. And we all looked at each other, and we all had a plan. You're going to work the oven. You're going to work the grill. You're going to work the crowd. You're going to work the front. And I don't know if you know this, but we won. We beat every restaurant at that competition that day, and we did it for Rob.
It was $750.
$750. But Bill says, when we're there, we're having a benefit for Rob. And we just looked at each other and said, yeah, we're going to have a benefit for Rob. So we thanked a lot of people today, but the person why we're here is this guy right here. Bill Beck. This is Santa. We're just the elves here. I mean, it was his idea. And he said, this is what we're doing, and Sid knows firsthand. I was on the call with her just last week, and I said, Sid, we're going to get on a call with Bill, and apparently he has everything squared away. Sid and I got off the phone, right, Sid? He had everything squared away. He did it. So just to close this, thank you everyone for coming, and thank you for the McMillion family for letting us do this. Because Rob said, Brian, I don't know how I feel about this. And we said, well, we don't really care. We're going to have it everyone watching. And eventually he just said, okay. So this is this isn't a GFS function. This is a function of a person who is meant a lot to all of us, whether we work with him or not. So we're grateful for Rob and everything he's done and for our lives and our friendship that we've had with him. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming tonight.
About how moving it was to walk in here to a room of people I didn't know and have never met, and to feel immediately like family. And I know that Christine didn't want to get up and say anything, and I'm not going to make her, but we were just sitting down, and she was just sharing how moved she was about how connected Rob and Maria are with all of you, and how you can work someplace, but it's not